and they're just impossible to get at retail stores right now. So they did all this. It was a Herculean task, no question about it. And a lot of people showed up. What does that mean as we move into the holidays? Well, for some people who sat in this line, it had a lot of meaning. We'll explain that for you coming up at 5 on 19 News. For now, live on the campus of the Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brian Duffy, 19 News.
All right, Brian. Well, University Hospitals and the clinic holding a joint news conference to update us on where the region stands with the surges of both the Delta and Omicron variants. Dan DeRose anchored our live news coverage today. He joins us with the facts from the state. Dan.
You know, it really says that the very first thing we hear from both the UH and the Cleveland Clinic is that this is as bad as it's ever been, and you need to help our hospitals. You can do that by maybe staying away from family, getting not only vaccinated, but boosted, and doing the things we know, masking when you're at the store. Think about all the shoppers that are at the mall right now not wearing a mask. That could really be benefited. That whole situation could be benefited. Take a look at our latest numbers. This is going to be a little shocking, 12,502. I'd like to put an asterisk by this because let's remember, numbers coming off of the weekend are a little slow, not a lot of reporting. So then Monday's number is always a little low. Tuesday's number tends to be elevated, but it's still, let's say, well above 10,000, and that's the concern. Remember, our biggest day ever, 13,300 was set back on November 30th of 2020. That's where we've come. That's how far we've come. We thought we had this beat. Now we're right back to where we were. Take a look at this. 584 being checked into the hospitals in Ohio in the last 24 hours. 81 into our ICUs. Look at that compared to our 3-week average of daily increases. We do lose another 249 people. Their death certificates are final. Doesn't mean the 249 people died yesterday. We just get their death certificates finalized. 28,277 Ohioans have died from COVID. And when it comes to Northeast Ohio, doctors at both the clinic and university hospitals agree Northeast Ohio itself is in the middle of a dual storm.
The timing for Northeast Ohio couldn't have been worse. If you think about how the Delta strain traversed our country over the months, we know that it started in the south and then went north. As we know, here in Ohio, we are the north coast of America, and so we were the last place for Delta to come. So our surge for Delta started much later than some of the other areas in the country.
And now our surge of Delta is meeting now the surge of Omicron. Doctors saying for sure Omicron is the dominant variant in Northeast Ohio right now. It doubles every 2 days as far as cases. When we look at our testing and our percent positive, we've shown you this before. This red curve is really the one to watch. We have now hit one of our new highs as a state, 18.8% positive. 18 out of every 100 tests is coming back positive. But wait a second, at Cleveland Clinic, they are at 50% positive for all the tests they're doing. And at UH, they think they're somewhere around 30% of the tests they're giving are coming back positive. That is where we are as Northeast Ohio. Dan DeRose, 19 News.
And we brought this to you live a little over an hour ago. The president addressing the nation regarding the Omicron variant.
The answer is straightforward. If you're not fully vaccinated, you have good reason to be concerned.
The president announced 500 million free at-home COVID tests in support for hospitals. Positive coronavirus cases are spiking across the nation as Americans try to get home to see family for the holidays.
Tracking the next big